Four men found guilty, three of them illegal immigrants, in a human trafficking case involving a 15-year-old girl in Georgia. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr saying all four of the men, who range in age from 33 to 39, will most likely spend years behind bars for abuse and exploitation. He says the trafficking of this young girl went on for months, spanning at least 2 counties. We welcome in the AG from Georgia, Chris Carr. AG, thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate that. Can you tell the viewers about this case and how you caught the guys and how you again, this investigation unfolded to find them responsible for this trafficking of this 15-year-old?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on. This is a tragic case for a couple of reasons. One, we have a 15-year-old girl that was taken advantage of, multiple individuals. It's been a very complex case. Not just those that were selling her, but those that were involved in aiding and abetting those that were again, taking advantage of a 15-year-old. But we also have a situation here where the impact of failed immigration policies in this country, not having a secured border, led to this individual, this young girl, being taken advantage of. 3 of the 4 individuals we secured convictions with yesterday or last week were here illegally. In the last piece you just heard about the end of Title 42, you talk about fentanyl coming over the border. We talk about human trafficking. Not only do you have individuals that will come to this country to sell human beings for sex, you also have those who are buyers. Had these 3 individuals not been in the United States illegally, a 15-year-old girl in Georgia wouldn't have been taken advantage of.
You're essentially alluding to this, that this is the byproduct of unchecked immigration policies, albeit talking about Title 42, one of the ways, or one of the tools in the toolbox that can be used to stop those at the border coming over illegally. I know you've been trying to stop the termination of Title 42. The Biden administration has different thoughts on that. Here's their response, and I'll get your reaction.
We've been very clear. We have a multi-agency process. We believe we have a robust process to deal with what is going to occur after Title 42 lifts. Again, we're using the tools that are available to us because Congress refuses to do their job as it relates to the border. Again, a system that has been broken for decades.
So after Title 42 ends, does the president then want to go back to the border to see the situation for himself?
I don't have any trips to preview for you. As you know, the president has gone to the border more than once.
Which isn't true. I believe he's only been once. Either way, the Title 42, that public health policy, expires tomorrow. There is this expectation that the border will be overwhelmed. That also is from the president, who says it's going to be chaotic for a while. He's on record saying that. What are your expectations as, again, you deal with 3 of the 4 convicted here were illegal immigrants?
Well, the president himself said that there is going to be chaos at the border. You know, it's ironic because we're the ones, state AGs around this country, and I joined a number of my colleagues, to sue the administration to keep the policy in place because we knew it was effective. And now we are seeing we were right. The administration didn't want to keep this policy in place. We had to fight to make sure that they did. And yes, Congress should absolutely take this up. This is a good policy. It is the role of the federal government, one of the fundamental roles of the federal government, to defend our nation, immigration being one of them. And again, when the federal government fails in its job, it comes back to the states. In the previous segment that you just talked about, the end of Title 42, talked about the Texas public safety officials that were having to deal with folks coming across the border. We're having to deal with the effects of human trafficking in the state of Georgia. The states have to step up when the federal government doesn't do its job. But this policy, Title 42, clearly had an impact. And the end of it, as the president himself said, is going to lead to chaos at the border, and they're already seeing evidence of that right now.
All right. Again, 4 convicted in this Georgia sex trafficking case of a 15-year-old girl. 3 of the 4 illegal immigrants. We're talking, I know you have a 100% conviction rate when it comes to human trafficking cases. So we'll see, obviously, how this one should play out here. That is Attorney General Chris Carr joining us from Georgia. We appreciate that, AG. Thank you.
Thank you.